When the world goes quiet, that's when you hear everything you've been running from. I'm sitting in a room full of people, but none of them are looking my way. The music's on, the lights are low, it's even. I smile at night, but I don't know what to say. I pull my phone out just to have somewhere to look, like scrolling through a feed and fill the gap. Felt like a stranger in a place I mistook for somewhere I could finally just relax. It's not the quiet that's hard, it's the noise that surrounds the alone. That low pulse under everything that tells me I'm still on my own. I echo in the void, I echo, sending out a signal no one finds. I echo in the void, I echo, through the rooms and halls and borrowed times. One frequency sent up into the air, just a soul asking, is anybody there? I echo in the void and I echo on, looking for the wave to carry me along. No, 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 no. Yeah. Carry me along. Yeah. They say for the dirty two heads can calm a nervous mind, that certain tones can slow the heartbeat down. I put my headphones on and try to find the frequency that keeps me off the ground. The loneliness sits heavy in my chest, like a chord that never quite resolves. I turn the volume up and let it press against the hollow space the silence holds. It's not the dark that gets to me the most, it's the sound of standing still when everyone moves close. That subsonic weight beneath the skin, like I'm outside looking in again. I echo in the void, I echo, sending out a signal no one finds. I echo in the void, I echo, through the rooms and halls and borrowed times. One frequency sent up into the air, just a soul asking, is anybody there? I echo in the void and I echo on, looking for the wave to carry me along, long, long, long. Looking for the wave, carry me along. But the echo means I'm still here, the signal means I haven't disappeared. Every lonely frequency I feel tonight is proof that something in me is alive. I echo in the void, but now I know the void was never empty, it was home. I echo in the void and I echo back to every soul out there still on that track. One frequency returned across the air. You asked if anyone was there. I'm here, I echo in the void, and so do you. Oh, we echo back together, that's what we do. You were never alone. The frequency was always yours. There are frequencies the body feels before the mind understands them. a song I wasn't looking for, a frequency that matched the ache I know. About 40 cycles hitting the floor, something in the bass line letting go. My body tensed and then my chest went soft, like something finally named the thing I felt. The kind of low vibration that comes across is the feeling no one ever thought to help. My body's a receiver, open wide, picking up the signals others hide. I feel it when the frequency drops low, a loneliness I didn't know I know. The heads of my soul searching low tonight, looking for a frequency that acts like light. 40 cycles deep beneath the skin, a vibration that could let someone in. The heads of my soul is moving through the dark, finding every wavelength, matching heart to heart. There's a resonance in all of us alive. On the frequency of lonely we survive. The frequency of lonely we survive. I play it at 3 a.m. when I can't sleep. The ambient tones dissolve in me like a tide. There's something in the overtone so deep that I feel less hollow somewhere deep inside. The sound beneath the concert when it peaks, the frequency that makes a crowd feel one. That same low wave is what the body seeks when you're standing in the silence on your own. But healing has a frequency too, a specific wave that knows just what to do, that reaches somewhere underneath defense and turns the isolation into sense. The heads of my soul is searching low tonight, looking for a frequency that acts like light. 40 cycles deep beneath the skin, a vibration that could let someone in. The haze of my soul is moving through the dark, finding every wavelength, matching heart to heart. There's a resonance in all of us alive. On the frequency of lonely we survive. The frequency of lonely we survive. Every living thing vibrates on its own, but in the vibrating no one's truly alone. The frequency that felt like isolation was also every soul's way of communication. We're transmitting, we're receiving. Your frequency was never broken. It was always broadcasting. Millions of us, reaching for the same invisible thing. Headphones in the subway after midnight. 8 million people breathing close as one, but each of us is wrapped inside a private night, a separate moon behind a common sun. The playlist feeds me something I'm already feeling, an algorithm that somehow knows my state. It builds a cue around the mood I'm carrying and curates the loneliness I navigate. the track, say I feel this one. And playing this at 2 a.m. hits different. 10,000 strangers crying to the same song. And something in that number starts to lift. You're not the only one who got here this way, who felt invisible in the middle of a crowd, who kept it all together through the day, and fell apart when nighttime got too loud. We're tuned into the same frequency tonight. Strangers held together by the spaceline's light. Not close enough to hold, but close enough to know someone else is feeling all of this. We're alone together, sharing all the space without a tether. 1,000 people feeling the same thing right now, and nobody taught us exactly how to say it out loud. So we put it in a song, let the bass line carry it along. Alone together, never truly apart. The loneliness is just a crowded heart. If you're hearing this at 3 a.m. right now, know that somewhere across the world right now, someone press repeat on the same track. Someone else who's not yet coming back. We're alone together, but not forever alone. The music connects the spaces in between. Alone together, every heart can know the frequency that says you have been seen. Not alone, we never were, just separated by the things we don't say. Alone together, that's how we prefer to carry what we're carrying today. We were always listening to each other. We just didn't know.
The quieter the room gets, the louder everything you're carrying becomes. But then it processes.
I put the lo-fi on to help me focus. My brain needs 85 BPM to find its way. They say theta waves are 4 to 7 open. The deeper parts of thinking, memory, and space. The background noise I need isn't distraction. It's a frequency to keep the mind from free fall. The beat becomes a kind of attraction, holding me in place before I lose it all. The silence on its own gets too loud. The thoughts come in like weather from a cloud. The lo-fi underneath it makes a floor, a frequency to study from, to work to restore. Silence speaks in frequencies I feel in the space between the notes. The focus gets real, theta wave and low, and keeping me on track. The vinyl crackle like a hand across my back. Silence speaks, and I am learning now to sit inside the still and figure out how the brain can heal the things the noise kept sealed. Silence speaks, and slowly I am healed. Slowly I am healed. I used to fill every gap with content, every quiet second with the scroll or stream. But the silence was the space I always spent, running from afraid of what it means. Alpha at 8 to 12 hertz calms the storm, slows the nervous system down to rest. The lo-fi beat becomes a gentle norm that holds the anxious mind inside the chest. I'm learning how to stay inside the still, to let the 85 BPM replace the shrill of overthinking. Now the dusty pad hums a gentle floor beneath me while I study. Come. Silence speaks In frequencies I feel in the space between the notes. The focus gets real, theta wave and low, and keeping me on track. The vinyl crackle like a hand across my back. Silence speaks and I am learning now to sit inside the still and figure out how the brain can heal the things the noise kept sealed. Silence speaks and slowly I am healed. And slowly I am healed. Not every silence means you're falling behind. Some silences are where you find your mind. The frequency of stillness is not a void. It's the place where broken thinking gets deployed. Back to something whole. Back to something whole. Silence speaks in frequencies that heal. In the space between the studying comes the real. Lo-fi beat becomes the vessel carrying through. The crackle of the record holding me and you. Silence speaks and now I choose to stay inside the theta wave. To end the day, the brain found peace. The noise it kept away. Silence speaks and I am okay. That silence you just felt, that was your brain exhaling. They call it the frequency of repair of love. Imagine your body already knew that. I've been playing Fifi on repeat. The one they say vibrates that love's own way. There's something in that tone that feels complete. Like something in my chest can finally wait. I don't know if the science is all proven, but something in the frequency hits right. The tension in my shoulder starts to loosen, and I stop rehearsing every flight. You don't need someone else to feel less broken. Sometimes the frequency is all that's spoken. I fought in you between your ribs and bone. A warmth arriving, you're not on your own. Give me frequency love, the kind that doesn't ask for proof for performance or to wear a mask. A resonance that says you're enough right here. Frequency love, the kind that disappears. All of the noise telling you you're not. Give me frequency love, with everything I've got. In every lonely room this warmth arrives. Frequency love, the reason I survive. I think about the nights I waited for someone to say the thing that would have made it right, but waiting for that word left me undone. Just me alone inside another quiet night. The frequency was there the whole time, playing beneath the silence and the missed calls. I just needed to stop overthinking and let the 5 fatigue break down my walls. And when the loneliness is heavy in the room, the body has a frequency to cut right through the gloom. A vibration at the center of the chest that says this too will pass. Now rest, give me frequency love, the kind that doesn't ask for proof of performance or to wear a mask. A resonance that says you're enough right here. Frequency love, the kind that disappears. All of the noise telling you you're not. Give me frequency love, with everything I've got. In every lonely room this warmth arrives. Frequency love, the reason I survive. Love was never only other people. Love was the frequency inside the room, the one that held me through the worst of evenings that play before the morning broke the it was already mine, now borrow, now beg for, not designed by someone else and lived inside the tone. Frequency love. I'm never on my own, not because a person filled the space, because the frequency showed me grace. I find joy vibrating through my day. Frequency love. I found it in the way. The frequency love. I found it in the way. The frequency of love was playing inside you the whole time. You just needed quiet enough to hear it. Some feelings don't have names, they only have frequencies. I got something living deep in my chest that I can't name with any word I know. It shows up when the low bass hits the rest of my body, and I just let it go. It's somewhere between grief and gratitude, between the ache of missing and relief. A frequency that lives in every mood, that lands before the thinking underneath. Can't explain it, but my body reads the way it rolls in and the way it behaves. Through every hollow part of what I felt, a deep wave come to help me deal the deep wave. Feel moving through the marrow of me, rising from the sub-bass frequency, carrying the weight of what I never said. A deep wave, feel alive inside my chest. It's bigger than a word, deeper than a thought. 1,000 nights of feeling something caught in the throat, now finally released. Deep wave, feel that gave my body peace. That gave my body peace. The research says 18 hertz infrasound can trigger unease, something animal and old. A frequency the nervous system found means danger. That's why the body goes cold, but turn that wave to warmth and give it rhythm. And the same vibration sends a different sign, a signal that the body translates with them. As you are safe, let go, you're doing fine. I let the wave dismantle what I've held for years. The bass goes in and carries out the fear into the room, into the open air. A deep wave feeling, taking it from there. The deep wave feel moving through the marrow of me, rising from the sub-bass frequency, carrying the weight of what I never said. A deep wave feel alive inside my chest. It's bigger than a word, deeper than a thought. 1,000 nights of feeling something caught in the throat, now finally released. Deep wave feel that gave my body peace. That gave my body peace. Let the low end take what language left behind. Let the frequency reach where words can't find. The wave knows where the holding lies. The deep wave takes and the deep wave gives. Let it go, 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 let it go. The deep wave feel. pulled me through the hollow, broke the walls that grief and fear would follow. It carried more than anything I meant to say. A deep wave feel, it took the weight away. Bigger than the room, deeper than the night. A sub-bass wave that finally got it right. The sound of being human, breaking free. Deep wave feel has finally reached me.
Let the wave take what you couldn't carry alone.
When two waves match their frequency, they amplify each other. So do people. There's a physics rule called resonance, with two waves with the same frequency aligned. And when they find each other by coincidence, they don't compete, they just amplify. I've been thinking that's what connection is. Not someone who completes the missing part, but two people vibrating at the same bliss, with matching frequencies inside the heart. I've been searching every room and season, every playlist and late night reasoning, for the frequency that matches up with mine, for the resonant and natural design. Resonance, when two frequencies find home. Resonance, when no one's truly alone. Something in the signal recognizes you, the same vibration breaking through. Resonance, no words needed, just the feel of being heard, of something finally real. The universe is humming under everything. Resonance is where we both begin. They say a wine glass shatters at its own pitch, because the frequency is perfectly precise. The thing that breaks you shares the exact stitch with the thing that taught you who you are inside. And loneliness works something like that too. It resonates until the frame gives way, but what comes through that broken version of you is more open to the right frequency today. So I'll keep tuning to the frequency of what I am and what I'm meant to be. The being alone part isn't punishment, it's calibration, finding the instrument. Resonance, when two frequencies find home. Resonance, when no one's truly alone. Something in the signal recognizes you, the same vibration breaking through. Resonance, no words needed, just the feel of being heard, of something finally real. The universe is humming under everything. Resonance is where we both begin. In a world of 6 billion separate sounds, I stopped searching for completion to be found, and learned to hold my own specific note. Clearly, fully, one strong, unashamed throat.
My frequency is real.
Resonance, I finally found my way. Resonance, not desperate, not afraid, not perfection, just a vibration that is true. A frequency that recognizes you. I'm no longer out of tune. I can sit inside the quiet of this room and know the universe is humming still.
right wave was always coming.
An empty room has a frequency, and loneliness echoes off walls that used to hold laughter. Broken hearts. I read that cathedrals were designed to make the reverb long, so worship feels immense. That the acoustic space was built to take a person's grief and give it some expanse. The same acoustic principle is this: an empty room holds grief until it's heard. What feels like echo is the room's insistence that something real happened and deserved. So I'll stop fighting what the room is saying. I'll let the reverb do its work on me. Let the frequency of absence keep on playing till it clears enough that I can see. The empty room, the echo filling space, the frequency of every missing face, the reverb of a life the walls remember well. The empty room has got a truth to tell. The empty room, the silence after sound, the place where all the weight comes crashing down. But in the emptiness a different music starts. The empty room is teaching broken hearts.
different memory.
Solace is not the absence of loneliness. It's a frequency that makes the loneliness survivable.
I used to fill the choir with other people because being alone felt too close to wrong. But the chaffin found a frequency more regal, a deaf the background noise it covered long. Third, 9 and 6 hertz, the solfeggio of letting go. They say it clears the weight that guilt installs, and something in that tone moves very slow through the tightest parts, the narrowest halls. I'm learning that solace is a sound, a frequency where us can finally be found. Not in the crowd, not in the noise of more, but in the oceanic slow wave core. Sound of solace washing over me. 396 of slow release, the oceanic pulse beneath the loneliness, driving through the restlessness. Sound of solace, softer than a sigh, a frequency between the earth and sky, in the space where I stop running from the sea. The sound of solace is enough for me. The whales send sound across the entire ocean, thousands of miles and frequency so low, a signal carrying something close to longing through the dark where only sound can go. And even they move through the water so low, through the coldest and the deepest parts below, but still they sing because the signal matters, because the sound says I exist, I know. And maybe that's the lesson I was missing. Solace isn't someone answering the call. Solace is the sound of still existing, of singing even when the walls feel small. Sound of solace washing over me. 396 of slow release, the oceanic pulse beneath the loneliness, driving through the restlessness. Sound of solace, softer than a sigh, a frequency between the earth and sky, in the space where I stop running from the sea. The sound of solace is enough for me. Solace isn't someone else arriving. Solace is the frequency surviving, the note that hums at 3 a.m. inside, that says you made it through, you're still alive. You're still alive. You make it through, the sound remains. Sound of solace, I have found my sea. 396 quietly freed me. The oceanic self beneath the lonely shore, driving, saying I don't need more. Sound of solace, I am now at peace. Every long-held tension found release in the space where I have always been. The sound of solace was already within. The ocean is always lonely. The ocean is never alone. You are both. I've walked through every station of this playlist, through every frequency of lost and found, from echoing in voice to chaffing solace. And now I'm standing on the healing ground. I learned that loneliness had always been a signal, not a sentence, not a fate. And every song was showing me again that the frequency of healing wouldn't wait. Every song was a frequency I needed. Every wave of pain was not without a point. 741 hertz, I finally heeded the sound of myself returning to the joy. Healing Freq, it rises like the morning does. Healing Freq, replacing what the breaking was. The frequency of wholeness in my chest, taking all the loneliness to rest. Oh yeah, Healing Freq, the gospel choir carries it. Oh, Healing Freq, the R&B declares it. 741 vibrating through my bones. The healing frequency has brought me home. I think of every person who pressed play tonight, who walked the same emotional terrain, who needed something human deep and right to understand the frequency of pain. We are a generation learning now that loneliness is sound, that grief has hands, that healing isn't only what doctors vow, but something in the music, something real in this. And if you found this at your lowest point, know these frequencies were already yours to hold, to meet you at the tender broken joints, where loneliness and healing realigned and told. Healing Freq, it rises like the morning does. Healing Freq, replacing what the breaking was. The frequency of wholeness in my chest, taking all the loneliness to rest. Hey, Healing Freq, the gospel choir carries it. Oh, Healing Freq, the R&B declares it. 741 vibrating through my bones. The healing frequency has brought me home.
Every frequency we felt was something real. Every wave will only help us learn to heal.
The sound of being human,
That's the art.
tune into the frequency inside the heart.
Healing Freq, Healing Freq, Healing
The journey has been worth it all. I caught myself before the fall. The wholeness that the loneliness was building toward. The 741 unlocking every door. The gospel knows it's true. For every me and you, the sound of being found inside the tone. Healing Freq, we are already home. Healing.
You listen to the whole thing. That means you were ready. Welcome home.